Jordan, welcome to mm, our, I don't want to say monthly, but okay, monthly live stream. And today we're gonna be delving into George's experience is as a, what do you call yourself, a delivery driver? Or?
All right. So this month actually makes 1 full year that I've been working through the app Instacart. Or
Big
rather,
up, George.
yes, yeah. As of today, I have delivered 512 orders through the app. I have also some experience with DoorDash as well as Uber Eats, but I find the one that I use the most is Instacart.
Okay. And that leads into my first question. How did you get involved in delivering, in food delivery?
Well, about a little over a year ago, I was at my job at King Cullen as a cashier, and I noticed that I saw a lot of different people would come in early because I did the morning shift. They would come in early, they would do these big orders, and they would leave. And they were telling me about how much they were making through this app, through Instacart. I'd only slightly heard about it a little bit before, but when I was seeing the amount of money that people were making and how easy it would be for me, given my knowledge of grocery store, seeing as I was a cashier of one, I said, let me give this a try. And I've been using it to more or less supplement my income since February of last year. In fact, February the 21st, I believe, was my first order that I did through Instacart.
Okay, now, since you've been using Instacart for the past year and a half, what do
Year,
you,
12 months.
12 months,
Yeah.
okay. Give us some of your both positive and negative experiences on the app
All right. So,
within the past 12 months.
hmm. Now, when you say positive and negative experiences through the app, I could say you experience that from both the app, Instacart itself, as well as even the customers or even the stores, all
Give
of that.
us the app and the customers.
All right. So I could say through the app, some of my best moments was, well, really just being able to use an app that allows me to just go into a store, do something I do naturally, which is shopping, and being able to actually get an income from that. And also being able to use my knowledge that I'm gaining on the job in order to apply to this. Now, just to say that would be the value of the app itself. Now, as for positive experiences with the people, I have them pretty regularly. I have customers who are very kind. That I've had a few who I would say, if anything, the range of customers I've had have always been either kind or just indifferent. And so, like, the kindest person I think I had met through this app was somebody who actually works in a grocery store. And even though she was somewhat demanding in terms of what she wanted, I didn't even take it as an offense, but rather I saw it as, okay, this is somebody who knows exactly what they want, which is good because I can get exactly what it is. And it was New Year's Eve I was working on, so she actually gave me a little goodie basket. So I thought that was nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, before we continue, I see we have some guests in the chat. Welcome to the live.
Mm.
And if you have any questions for George, he'll be able to answer them.
Yeah, so see, Jonathan Humes has a question. He said, how much money do you charge the customer? Okay, well, through Instacart, well, I personally have a arrangement with some of my customers through personal shopping, and that really depends on what exactly are their needs for that order, and I negotiate that with them. But as for Instacart, I actually don't set or determine the price. It's the app that does.
Instacart does it themselves.
Yes, and I can't tell you exactly how they determine it, but I can tell you that the amount that I'm paid, the base pay, is determined on a combination of factors. That's the number of items in the order, the complexity of the order, as well as if there's a heavy item or if the overall weight of the order is over 80 pounds, that also is factored in, as well as the distance is also factored into the cost. Now, plus a tip, and that tip is optional. It's whatever the customer decides to pay, and that can fluctuate depending on whatever they decide to do, because again, it's optional.
Okay, good, because I was gonna ask you how much are tips usually, but
Uh,
you answered that already.
yes, that I would say it ranges. Now, I would. It's funny. I would say that now majority of my tips that I would receive from customers, it honestly it really ranges, because here's what I'll say. Instacart is really an app where you can get orders. Excuse me, orders literally as small as $5, and that might just be to pick up two items and take it like a mile away, or you can have items as large as like into $100 plus. I've seen out there. In fact, the largest order that I've personally done was an $89 order. And so that was to take like 50 items from Valley Stream, so Nassau County, to Brooklyn. So now, even though the base cost of that trip was like $50, it was the customer themselves decided to tip another 30 on top of it.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you just led me to one of my next questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in one area or you work everywhere? Are you in one borough or you
Mm.
deliver throughout New York or just one area?
I work primarily in Brooklyn, Queens, and Nassau County. Primarily South Nassau, South Queens, and also Brooklyn, most of South Brooklyn.
So if anyone in the chat gets the delivery from George, say what's up
Yes.
and be nice.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. George handles it. That is where you can follow me and some of my adventures throughout New York, delivering, shopping and delivering your orders. And I see we have Stacia. Oh no, sorry, that's Static Dog. Says greetings from Turkey. All right, greetings. All right,
Shout
well,
out Turkey.
right, shout out Turkey. But Turkey, yeah, because y'all updated the name. So shout out to y'all over there. And so, wow, what time is it? It must be real late over there.
Probably like what, 8, 9 o'clock?
Ye- Oh no, it's like five something over here, so it's got to be like
Like
early in the morning,
Yeah.
like 2, 3 a.m.
Thanks
in
for
the
watching
morning.
early in the morning.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for spending your late night with us.
Late night or early morning.
Yes. And Jonathan Hughes says you get paid a lot of money. Ah, I wish. You know what? I would say that Instacart is truly an app that you can, it is what you make it. You can make from it whatever you decide to make from it. So, like, I personally know what I have as a target that I go for every day, and that's kind of the number that I go. I know people who will go in and they will make as low as $50 in a day, and some they even make close to 200. So again, it's all just depending on how often you go out there, where you go, and really just the customers themselves. You have also some time a year is a little bit more popular than others. So of course, around the holidays, Christmas time, you're going to
Yeah.
make more money per day, obviously, because people are going to be more likely to give more money, tip more money, pay, all of that.
Now, whether it be positive or negative feedback, how have you improved?
Hmm. How have I improved? I would say that I have improved by actually developing a system for myself. And I would say this year, I've truly decided to start investing in myself and in my equipment more. So that's what I'd say is a. Sorry, you said a positive experience? Sorry? No, not a positive experience.
Whether it be positive or negative, how feedback, how have you
Okay,
improved?
yeah, so that feedback.
Yeah.
So definitely. So for that is that because of the feedback doesn't even necessarily have to be specifically from the people themselves directly, but even just the environment. That I realized that very early on, I could tell you like I bought myself a collapsible cart because the job itself showed me that it only makes sense because it's pretty difficult to try to carry 4, 5, 6 bags up a whole flight of stairs and the
Especially in
elevators and all of that.
Stillwell, brother.
Exactly, exactly. So you get yourself a collapsible cart and make it a little bit easier. I would say taking more care. I always had a certain level of care, but rather the feedback from people really made me to see that this job is more than just give people food, make money. It's that you are truly delivering food to people. And you are in the sense that you're giving them care, you're giving them sustenance.
Mm-hmm.
And so I try to look at every act that I do as an act of love or an act of service for the people. I even pray for my customers as well and pray that they be
Mm-hmm.
blessed by the food that they have because that is exactly what they would want. They bought it for their nourishment, and I'm here to help them in that
So
process.
to wrap up this question, in essence, this job has become a major self improvement, both spiritually and humanly, and it also, from what I, from your explanation just now,
Mm.
it improved your hard and your soft skills.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I would say that. I would say that this job has, well, for one, it's truly made me see the value of waking up early. I'd say prior to this, it's something that I didn't really appreciate as much. I also started to appreciate my sleep more. I started to appreciate preparation more. I notice and I see across the board that days in which I prepare the night before, I'm always more alert, more functional, and more productive the following day. So it only makes sense to keep doing that. And these are skills that then transfer to other parts of life. Of course, just as you said, hard skills, soft skills, developing even those customer service skills, that's something that I use on both jobs and literally just in life. Because one aspect of the customer service skills that a lot of people don't talk about, something that I try to exercise, is being kind to everybody I meet. So both the customers, the other customers in the store, as well as the employees themselves, because you never know what they're going through.
Yeah, you never know.
No, not at all.
So, okay. Um, would you personally recommend Instacart or Uber Eats to anyone else?
To be honest, no. I would say there was a point where I would have recommended, that other people go into it. But my concern is now that if you are going to be going into it just thinking that it's something simple that, oh, I'm just going to go grab any old thing off the shelf and go and put it into the car and just take it to the people, that's going to be it. I would say no, don't go into it. But if you are truly looking for a source of income that can help you, that that can supplement you, that you enjoy driving around in the car, you enjoy interacting with people, and you already have that knowledge there, and you want to expand on that knowledge, then I would say yes. But if you're just strictly looking at it as just a means to, make a couple extra $100 a month, then I'd say no.
So my final question, and then we could take questions from the chat after, is do you see this as a long-term, sustainable job for yourself
Hmm.
after a year of doing Instacart?
I would say, well, no, because of the fact that this is just a means for me to supplement my income for the time being, and that I also, well, like I said, that I've started my personal shopping company. So, because of that, I'm really seeking to transition into having my own full set of clients that I can rely on and not necessarily have to rely on the Instacart, because there's always that level of randomness, and that with that randomness there's a bit of that instability, and if you are hedging all your bets on that instability, it's not really the best thing for long term, because that's just not congruent with my goals long term. So I would say that in the meantime, it's working for me, but I can't necessarily see myself doing this in the next 5, 10 years. I would hope that I've fully transitioned within the next 1 to 2 years into my own business.
Okay, you mentioned personal shopping.
Yes.
Now, would you care to give myself and people a little preview of what your of what you want your own business to be?
Okay, so yes, it's called the Naira Concierge Personal Shopping. And so we service clients within the Nassau County, Queens, as well as Brooklyn areas. We also do Manhattan on specific requests. Now, currently, we do small orders based off of small orders as well as multiple orders, but we have a primary focus on supermarkets and stores that are not necessarily serviced by the typical apps such as Uber and Instacart. Also, that I'd say this is an upscale shopping company. So, with the shopping, that it's full concierge service. I'm communicating with you throughout the whole time. I'm giving you updates as to what's happening with your order, and as well as getting your items and handling it with care, and ensuring that I'm giving just as much, if not more, care to your shopping than even you would yourself.
Alright, so final question. When do you expect to be like not publicly funded but publicly operational? Can you give us a timeline or is it
No, I'm currently. I have customers. I currently have clients.
oh
That's why I said that we're
so
currently seeking more to expand the clientele, absolutely. But I've already started it, and yes, in fact, started about 2 months ago. So yes, Naira Concierge. You can check out us on Instagram. George handles it.
okay. Anyhow, guys, that was the life for today. If you have any questions, we will now take a look.
All right, we have from Jonathan Humes. Said, how long have you been working there? So, yes, I've been doing it for a year. So, 12 months as of this month. And Jonathan Humes also says, what is your favorite part of your job? Favorite part of the job is when I am driving down the highway en route to the customer's house. Because I know for me, this means that a major part of the job, the most stressful part of the job is done. That's the actually getting the items. And now I'm just excited to get to the person's home. So to be able to give them exactly what they ordered. So I'd say that's really my favorite part.
Any other question you would like to answer, George? Or
Is drive there safely? Yes, I do. I always try to drive safely because, of course, it is very dangerous out there. Yes.
um, and you actually, speaking of, do you want to show them the stickers?
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, sure.
So guys, we are, well, I don't want to give away too much, but we've made official Talk with Jay stickers.
So yes, we're currently making merchandise. This is the one of several pieces of merchandise currently available in our store. The Talk with Jay stickers. Be able to show everybody your love of the Talk with Jay with these brand new handcrafted stickers. Only available at the shop, the Talk with Jay.
It will be up in the next couple days, or right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next couple of days, we there will be a separate video coming on this. I just thought I'd give you guys a little preview of one of the items that will be in the store. Now, to be honest, guys, I'm not expecting you to go rush and buy it. This is to help us grow, help George and myself continue to grow the channel, and make other ideas that we have, both of us, come to fruition, basically.
Yeah.
So anyway, like and subscribe, and one last check of any quick questions before we end.
Well, Jonathan Hume says that he likes the stickers. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And I guess if you come to church on Sabbath, we can definitely give you one.
Yes. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe. Have a good day. See you tomorrow with a regular video. Peace. Know y'all are loved.
Peace.